Springs.
Thank you for joining us for your midday news following that special report from the White House. I'm Olivia Sandusky here alongside meteorologist Jerry Steffen. We are getting this Monday morning going, and I know you've got some bad news coming up a little later on in the week, but today feels pretty good.
Near normal, kind of dry out there, plenty of sunshine. Look at our Walter Clark 111 cam. Not too bad. But later this week, two things are going up.
Okay.
Temperatures and humidity. Even a chance of thunderstorms in our forecast too, so we'll sort that all out for you. Also, look at the tropics. Aaron's getting stronger again.
All right, okay, all of that ahead. Let's go ahead and turn to the top story this morning. However, a Menifee man has died while in Riverside County custody. The Riverside County Sheriff's Department reporting 36-year-old Daryl Flood suffered a medical emergency at 3 in the morning on Sunday. This was at the Bird Detention Center in Marietta. Flood was transported to a local area hospital where his health continued to decline, and he later died. Deputies are continuing to investigate this incident. And a former Riverside County Sheriff's deputy is scheduled to be sentenced today on charges of voluntary manslaughter. Those charges stem from a deadly shooting tied to a love triangle. Officials saying Oscar Rodriguez shot and killed Luis Carlos Marin in 2014. Marin had previously been in a relationship with Rodriguez's then girlfriend. Rodriguez was acquitted of first-degree murder during his trial back in June. He still faces up to 21 years in prison when he was sentenced this morning. The woman at the center of the dispute, Diana Perez, was also indicted as an accessory, but her charge was dropped earlier this year. Marin's family later sued the county. They received a $7 million wrongful death settlement. The missing person we told you about 2 weeks ago has been located. Nicholas Bielkowski has been reported as found by the Riverside County Sheriff's Department this morning. He's originally from Scottsdale, Arizona, reportedly ended up here in Palm Springs after abruptly quitting his job. Law enforcement made contact with him several times before he vanished in mid-July. Sheriff's deputies saying he was found last Friday. This was around 5 o'clock, although details on where he was found have not been disclosed. We'll have more details as they become available. And the search for a missing Cabazon infant continues this morning. Investigators now saying in San Bernardino County they have not ruled out foul play. 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro was last seen on Thursday in Yucaipa. Deputies say the infant's mother, Rebecca Haro, reported being attacked outside of a Yucaipa business. According to initial interviews, investigators say Rebecca reported being attacked by an unknown male who left her unconscious. And when she awoke, Emmanuel was missing. Deputies say that follow-up interviews with the mother have revealed inconsistencies in her initial statements. She then declined to be further interviewed when pressed by investigators. Sheriffs saying over the weekend they, quote, are unable to rule out foul play in the infant's disappearance. Anyone with information on the case is urged to contact the number there at the bottom of your screen. And chaos on the 805 this weekend. A small plane makes an emergency landing on a busy freeway. NBC's Jeanette Cazeta reports.
My husband was yelling, a plane, and I was just like, ah!
Like a scene straight out of a movie. Amber Rivera is still trying to process what she and her family witnessed as they drove northbound on the 805. On the opposite side of the freeway, they saw a Cessna Piper Cherokee, fixed-wing single-engine aircraft making an emergency landing on the 805.
I was watching and the pilot got out safely. People were stopping their cars. People were getting out of their car. And it looked like people were checking on him, but it looked like he was safe. But it was very surreal to see. You never see that.
FlightAware tracked the plane's flight path. It shows the Cessna taking off from Montgomery Field and flying along the north coast. Then it shows the aircraft making several loops before an emergency landing near the center divider of the 805 freeway in Sorrento Valley.
The biggest thing is it was scary, but everyone was safe, and that's what's most important.
A SIG alert was issued shortly after the emergency landing on the 805 near Miramar Road and La Jolla Village Drive.
The southbound lanes of the 805 are partially open after that small plane had an emergency landing near the center divider of the 805.
My husband actually saw the pilot's face. He described it as like very tense while he was landing, and my husband watched him as he went down.
CHP says they are still investigating the cause of the incident.
Got a live look outside for you now. Our Agua Caliente Casino camera downtown Palm Springs. Pretty nice weekend here in the valley. Got a little sticky in some parts, but Jerry's Splash House was in town. I think a lot of people enjoyed spending the weekend in the pool.
I did, definitely. I took a dive both Saturday and Sunday. 94 degrees right now in Palm Springs, 16% relative humidity, so it'll be kind of a dry day today, drier than what we're going to experience later this week. 94 degrees at thermal, 23% relative humidity. Temps include 87 degrees at Yucca Valley, clear, 95 at Desert Hot Springs, 97 Indio and Coachella, San Gorgonio Pass, 90 degrees at Cabazon, 82 at Banning. Nothing on radar over the Coachella Valley or much of Southern California. We do have a flow that'll be out of the southeast to begin our day. Onshore winds kick in, drying us out even more later in the afternoon. Dew points near 40 degrees and relative humidity close to 10%. 108 our forecast high under sunshine for Palm Springs. Indio at 107, 109s at Rancho Mirage and Cathedral City. Desert Hot Springs 105, 97 Yucca Valley. Comfort Air 3-day forecast about the same for tomorrow. Mostly sunny skies. 112 on Wednesday with mostly sunny conditions. And each of these 3 days relatively dry for us in the middle of the afternoon. But the humidity starts going up by the end of the week. We may even see a few thunderstorms in the area. I'll explain. Full forecast minutes away.
Thank you, Jerry. And also over the weekend, we teamed up with the Palm Springs Animal Shelter for their Clear the Shelters event. Adoption fees were waived for Saturday and Sunday. Community members sponsoring those adoptions so that all of those animals can find some happy forever homes. The shelter telling us this morning 100 animals were adopted over the weekend. 35 dogs, 65 cats. You're seeing some video here of some happy families connecting. I was out there on Saturday. Got to see some of the fan favorites like Britney Shears and Icy find their forever homes. And oh man, a lot of tail wagging, a lot of joy out there. So thank you to everyone who showed up. Class is back in session this week for Desert Sands Unified School District students. The new school year gets started Wednesday across all schools in the district. Local police departments are reminding drivers, watch out for pedestrians, pay attention to school zone speed limits. And at the same time, law enforcement officials across the country are reminding parents to protect children's privacy when posting about their first day online. NBC's Charlotte Hancock has that story.
As students return to the classroom, Vermont's Agency of Education says parents should think about how they can protect their child's personal information, whether it's shared online or through school. Lisa Helm, the director of the Education Program Division, says it starts with understanding federal privacy laws like FERPA.
I think you need to educate yourself about the social media device that you are using to post pictures of your child. Understand the privacy settings so that you have a clear understanding of who could potentially have access to that information.
Kelly Levis is a parent in Burlington. She says she limits what she shares about her children online and prefers to keep their digital footprints blank for now.
I personally don't post my children online. I feel that for me, I've had the opportunity to create my own online identity, and I tend to be a very private person, and so I would love that for them to have their own blank canvas.
But Helm says you should also think about the information children carry with them, like names printed on backpacks, lunch boxes, or jackets, which can make it easier for strangers to approach.
It is sad to think that there are people out there that may take malicious advantage of knowing your child's name. So being thoughtful about where you place that information to ensure your child doesn't lose the backpack at school or lunchbox, but yet just to protect them from that.
Levis says her children's first names are on their backpacks now, but that could change as they get older and spend more time unsupervised.
It might feel like a little exposed if their name's on a backpack and they're unsupervised. People who don't know them might feel more comfortable approaching them or calling them by name, and that might throw them off guard at their age.
Helm says schools and parents share the responsibility of keeping kids safe, so she encourages families to engage with their local school district if they have questions.
The idea of it takes a village to raise a child is so true. Your school community should be a safe community and a place where parents should feel comfortable asking questions. And really, when it comes to educators, really, there's no dumb question.
That was NBC's Charlotte Hancock's reporting. Still ahead on your midday news, we'll tell you what you need to know before you go. More on the construction and traffic updates after the break, and another live look outside. This time our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera this morning, looking awfully beautiful out there in Indian Wells. We'll have your full forecast still ahead, so stay with us.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11.
Welcome back. Livestream Blood Bank is holding a blood drive. It's tomorrow. It starts at 9 in the morning at the AAA off Washington Street in La Quinta. That runs until 1 in the afternoon. Donors will receive a Blood Drive Riverside County t-shirt while supplies last. And the Palm Springs Public Library opens its temporary location in Rimrock Plaza. That's next week. Signage will be installed today for directions. Rimrock Plaza is off East Palm Canyon Drive. Those are the hours of operation on your screen. The library is undergoing massive renovations with the main branch reopening scheduled for summer of 2027. And again, those hours do remain the same as before. The city of Indio is in the midst of a road repaving project. This runs until the 22nd. Crews will be working in several Indio neighborhoods Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. This started last week. They've already completed 2 areas. Today they'll work in the area of Country Club Drive near Avenue 42. That's only for 1 day. The rest of the week they'll work on a large portion of central Indio from Miles Avenue to north of Sadie Avenue. Our Know Before You Go travel expert Chris Gunterson has even more details on what you need to know before you head out the door.
We're going to start in Palm Desert and Cook Street. This is a water district water line project. This is on Cook Street between Sherrill Drive on the south end all the way up to Hoveley Lane. You can see the wash there by the high school. And this goes all the way up the road. Now this has changing lane conditions, so you want to make sure you pay attention to the road signs. They're going to kind of direct you. It can get a little kind of crazy around there, especially if you got side street traffic. To avoid this, use Portola or Washington. This is expected to go through mid-September. Avoid that area if you have to. Next, we're going to talk about the 2 biggest projects going on in the valley, and that is the Highway 111 project and the Indian Wells Miles Washington widening and road improvement project. So currently, I put these together today because if you see the Highway 111 project in red, and then you see the orange is the the Indian Wells project. And then with the, so what you want to do is use the top green line, which is the Fred Waring Drive. You can use Miles as well, but it's going to get busy with school starting in a couple of weeks. So best thing for this is just to use Fred Waring Drive. You can use Jefferson to avoid north-south traffic, and then go all the way over to, you don't want to go to Cook Street, but go to Portola. So this is a busy area right now. We're doing what we can to minimize people's waits. One thing you'll notice about the 111 project is they are working at night, and they are turning the signals to red flash late in the afternoon. The reason for that is they're working double shifts, and this project is going to finish early. So it was projected to go to November, but it looks like they're going to finish very early. So that's a definite plus there. Next, we're going to go to Palm Springs. I'll go back to the bridge construction project that's going on. The reason we're going to talk about this is this week they're going to have some extra flaggers out there during the early morning hours to get dirt in and out of the wash area. They're doing some repaving and some releveling for that side of the bridge, but that bridge project continues. And to avoid that, you can use Bellardo Road. That's accessed by Mesquite on the south side and Sunny Dunes on the north side. A lot going on. You got to pay attention to all the construction going on.
Our thanks to Chris for that live look from our Agua Caliente casino camera in Rancho Mirage. Jerry Steffens in next with your 7-day forecast.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
Once again, a whole heck of a lot of sunshine on our Walter Clark 111 cam, and we'll see plenty of sunshine next couple of afternoons. Yesterday and the day before, we hit 106 in Palm Springs, the two coolest days so far this month, because the numbers start moving up again later this week. 108 is our normal high. We'll be around that, maybe a little bit above that this afternoon. 89 degrees at Yucca Valley, 99,000 Palms, already 100 degrees at Indio under clear skies. Winds light under 10 miles an hour. We're getting kind of a mix. Onshore flow through the San Gorgonio Pass, which will overtake those winds coming out of the southeast right now around the valley. Radar, yeah, nothing happening over the Coachella Valley, much of Southern California. We do have some scattered showers over the Four Corners states, but not a lot now. But with the heating of the day and the moisture in place, we'll see some activity well, to the east of us, nothing in Southern California. So 107 to 111, that's right where we should be this time of year with the temperatures in mid-August. 107 this afternoon in Palm Springs, 108,000 Palms, 109 at Palm Desert this afternoon. Overnight lows will be close to 80 degrees. Again, that's typical this time of year, mostly clear skies. Tomorrow, add a degree or two, 109 to 113, mostly sunny skies. Still kind of dry for us in the valley tomorrow. 109 on Tuesday for Palm Springs, 110 Palm Desert. I'm switching it to Wednesday. Yeah, about the same, maybe adding a couple degrees, just above 110 for many of us, under mostly sunny skies on Wednesday. But things change as we head into the end of the week. Friday, we'll have that high pressure center situated in an area that'll begin funneling some of that monsoon moisture a little closer to us. And the temps go up too, 111 to 115 with a sticky day, hot and a little bit humid. As far as the rainfall estimates, according to the ensemble forecast for Friday, it begins to move into the area, most of it over Arizona, a little closer. Yeah, activity in the mountains as far as thunderstorms on Friday afternoon, nothing for the valley. It gets a little more to the west as we move into Saturday, and that's our best shot of seeing action around us, maybe a spillover shower for the valley, but mountain thunderstorms are a good chance to happen on Saturday afternoon. Temps go up too with the humidity, 114 our forecast high on Thursday for Palm Springs, 113 at Indio. And keep in mind with the temps going up and with that, well, uncomfortable feeling with the high humidity, an extreme heat watch has been put into effect for a good chunk of Southern California for Thursday, and again on Friday. It does include the Coachella Valley, parts of southern Nevada into southern Arizona. So again, Thursday and Friday, some of the hottest temps will be with us in the valley. And we're watching the humidity. Relatively dry today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. Thursday, the numbers move up, and I think the stickiest days will be Saturday and Sunday. Comfort Air 7-day forecast, 108 today, about the same for tomorrow. Mostly sunny skies both afternoons. The numbers move up Wednesday, still kind of dry with 112, but higher humidity begins to move in Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we have that extreme heat warning for Thursday and Friday afternoon.
Welcome back. Today is National Pinot Noir Day. Wine lovers around the world are raising a glass. But here in the Coachella Valley, a local winemaker is raising more than a glass. They're helping to raise up the next generation of future winemakers with college scholarships. NBC Palm Springs' Kai Beach has the story.
Pinot Noirs are a really nice, smooth, light wine. They're great for summer as well. Hi, I'm Rachel with Mospino Wines. Mospino Wines is a locally owned and distributed product. We like to cater to the valley and bring something in that's really local and impactful.
I love Pinot Noirs. They're the perfect grape for the desert because you can drink the wine in the summer, slightly chilled. It's a perfect grape.
So our Masvino Pinot Noir is a little bit more medium to full bodied, has some nice fruits, and is really well balanced. National Pinot Noir Day is really about bringing people together, celebrating, enjoying life, and cheersing. The Coachella Valley has a very tight-knit group. Everyone here loves wine. We get together for wine tastings. It just brings people together and has them enjoy a nice time. So not only does Masvino produce wine, we're also looking out for the next generation of winemakers. We do that by helping students pursue a higher education in winemaking. So National Pinot Noir Day is only one day, but here it's every day.
Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
There was a little something for everyone at the weekend box office: animation, action, comedy, horror, and superheroes. David Daniel has the early estimates on the top 5 films in theaters.
Hey, Clarence! Huh? Something doesn't look right in this trunk.
What is it?
The Bad Guys 2 slipped a spot to 5th place, making off with $7.5 million.
Are we safe?
I don't know. The Fantastic Four: First Steps approached the $250 million mark in domestic box office, with a 4th place weekend worth $8.8 million.
This is all a big misunderstanding.
Nobody 2 settled for a 3rd place debut. The action comedy opened with $9.3 million.
Your lifelines, it's like they've intersected before.
Freakier Friday took 2nd place for the 2nd straight weekend, adding $14.5 million.
I'm the problem. Got it.
You know what? I think that's the first honest thing I've heard you say. You are the problem.
Weapons is still killing it in theaters. The horror thriller stayed on top, adding $25 million for a 10-day domestic total of $89 million. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
Before we go, some cool news here. The Seattle Storm unveiling a statue of Sue Bird. This is outside of the Climate Pledge Arena. This happened over the weekend. The longtime Storm point guard already had her jersey retired and a street in the city named after her. And on Sunday, she made history. She became the first player in WNBA history to have a statue outside of a team's home arena.
Nice.
She's a 13-time All-Star. She won 4 WNBA championships. She's the only player in league history to win titles across 3 different decades, too. That's pretty cool. Bird's 8-foot, 650-pound statue located close to former Supersonics player and coach Lenny Wilkins. So a big honor there. Very cool. You go to Seattle very often?
Not often,
Yeah,
no, but I love it up there.
Yeah, beautiful.
Pacific Northwest. But that's the only bird that's allowed in that area. All the other birds, stay away from that statue. Right?
Good advice, yeah.
Okay.
I'm dropping.
Forecast today. It's going to be nice. Temperatures near normal, 107 to 111. Low relative humidity, but that'll change later this week. 108 in Palm Springs this afternoon. Indio gets 107 today, 92 at Idlewild. About the same for tomorrow. Mostly sunny skies Wednesday, still kind of dry, but the temperatures go up with the humidity this weekend. A thunderstorm in the mountains, possible Friday, Saturday.
All right. More news at 5 and 6 here on